For today's video, I'm super excited because we are diving into something that, when done right, will change your financial future: investing in the stock market. This is a stock market for beginners guide. It's like a crash course, very easy to follow. I'm going to break down what stocks are, how you can invest in them, how people build wealth through the stock market, and which stocks or options are best for beginners in Kenya. And guys, make sure that you're sharing this with your family members, especially if you have siblings, nephews, or nieces in their 20s, because the younger you are, the better it is to get into the stock market. If they start investing early in the stock market, I'm telling you, this will be their retirement plan, all passive income. I believe that the stock market here in Kenya is still young and we are in for massive growth in the coming few years. So make sure that you're sharing this with them. Also, for those who are above 20, it's never too late. You can still start. Just that as you grow older, your risk tolerance or the risk appetite reduces. So make sure that you're starting where you are right now, because we are the youngest we will ever be today, right? So don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're interested in learning how to grow your money through investments. I usually tell you that we're in this journey together. As I'm learning about investment opportunities, I'm sharing this with you so that we can grow together, okay? Now, let us start here. What are stocks? Let's keep it very simple. Imagine you are a business owner in Nairobi. Maybe you own a small restaurant or maybe a tech startup. And to grow this startup or this restaurant, you need capital to buy equipment, hire staff, or expand to other places like maybe Mombasa, Nakuru. And one way to raise that money is by selling a small piece of your business to investors, or let people bring in money for you to do these things that you want to do. And in return, you give them a portion of your business. So at the end of the day, you don't own the 100% of the business, but you own a certain percentage, and also these other investors, they own a certain percentage. That is what stocks are: units of ownership in a particular company. So when you buy a stock, let's say you're buying stocks from Safaricom or Equity Bank, you become a part owner of that company. Even if it's a tiny piece, you're still an owner. Okay, so companies like Safaricom, KCB, or even international giants like maybe Apple, Tesla, we have seen NVIDIA have thousands of owners, stockholders like you and me, who have bought shares through the stock market. So that is what a stock is, and that is how you become a stockholder or a part owner of a particular company, okay? So now, how do you invest in the stock market here in Kenya? So the stock market is like a big marketplace where people buy and sell shares. And in Kenya, we have the Nairobi Securities Exchange. That is the market for stocks, where you can invest in companies like Safaricom, Kenya Power, BAT, and all these other companies. We have over 60 companies listed in the Nairobi Securities Exchange, and you can choose to invest in any. So to get started, here's what you need to do. Number one, you need to open a CDS account. So in Kenya, you need a central depository and settlement account to trade stocks. This is an account that holds your shares, and you are able to access this account through a licensed stockbroker. Here is a list of stockbrokers in Kenya that are licensed. It is free to open the account. So all you need to do is to choose one, contact them, or go there physically, and they're going to help you open the CDS account. And because I have been doing a lot of research on these stockbrokers, I would like to hear from those people who already have accounts with these stockbrokers. Which stockbroker do you use? Or let us know which broker is the best from your experience. I recently opened an account with AIB DigiTrader and also Faida. I'll give feedback if the platforms are better. I tried NCBA, and I think they have to work on their trading platform because it has been giving me issues. Of course, I'll call them to sort the things out and find out what is going on, but I feel like they need to work on that application. And you can let me know your experience if you have an NCBA account, or you're using NCBA as the stockbroker. Let me know in the comment section how that is taking you. Now, after getting a CDS account through a licensed stockbroker, the next thing you need to do is to fund your account. You need to make sure that you're transferring money from your bank account or M-Pesa to your brokerage account. Most platforms make this super easy, and you can do this by yourself. The platforms are easy to use, so it's easy for you to go through the whole process. The other thing that you need to do is now to start buying stocks. Once you have opened an account and you have funded it, you can buy stocks in companies listed in Nairobi Securities Exchange or even in the international market through some brokers. And if you're interested in the international markets, I will leave the link in the description box where we looked at how to invest in the offshore stock market using Scope Market. I love their services and I like them so far. Okay. Now, after deciding which stock you need to invest in, you can now go ahead and buy the stocks using the platform or the trading platform through your stockbroker. If you invest in a solid company and it grows, say Safaricom maybe rolls out a new service and it profit soars, the value of your shares increases. Plus, many Kenyan companies pay dividends, which are like bonuses for shareholders. For example, Safaricom often pays dividends, and I'm using Safaricom because it's a well-known company. I don't think there is any Kenyan who doesn't know about Safaricom, and that's why I'm using Safaricom, but this is just an example. So Safaricom often pays dividends, and that money gets deposited directly into your account, and that is pure passive income. So this account is the account that you provided when you're opening the CDS account through the stockbroker. So when you're opening the CDS account, the stockbroker is going to tell you, or there will be a place where you'll be filling in your maybe phone number or a bank account, and they'll be sending you the dividends to that particular account. You don't need to do anything about this, because as soon as you open that CDS account, the money will be deposited to your account directly. There's nothing else you need to do about receiving the dividends, okay? So when it comes to selling stocks, because I have realized that this is a concern for many, so when you're selling stock, it's very easy. It's as easy as when you're buying, because these markets, they have ready markets. If you need cash or you want to invest in another company, let's say, or you have seen that the company has done well and you have reached your goal, you can sell your shares through your brokerage account, the same account, and then the money is yours to transfer back to your bank account or M-Pesa. So as I said, the shares has a ready market. There are people in the market selling and buying stocks. So you don't need to go looking for someone or waiting for someone to actually buy your stock, because we have a ready market for this. So this is an instant transaction. Right? Now, I would like us to look at how people build wealth in the stock market. So Kenyans are building wealth through the stock market in different ways, and I'm going to share 4 common strategies, okay? So you can pick what suits you well. So the number 1 strategy, which is highly recommended, is buy and hold. This is set it and forget it approach. And in this approach or this strategy, you buy shares in strong companies like, again, Safaricom, KCB, and hold them for years, talking about 5 years or even decades. And over time, as the company grows, your investment also grows, okay? The number 2 strategy is dividend investing, which is also very lucrative and also very good, especially if you pick the right companies. And in this, you focus on companies that pay regular dividends. And here are the best paying dividends companies here in Kenya that you can look into. And the best part of this is you can reinvest those dividends to buy more shares. That means that you'll be compounding your wealth over time. I don't think in Kenya we have automated reinvesting to the stock market. So you have to do this, or you have to be disciplined enough to reinvest these returns or these dividends by yourself. If you choose to invest for dividends, you don't have to focus so much on the price movement or the volatility of the stocks. All you need to do is just keep tabs on the company to make sure that they are in profits, okay, or they're profitable. The other strategy is trading. And traders usually buy and sell stock frequently to make quick profits. This is a bit riskier and requires experience. So beginner, make sure that you're starting small if you decide to do you decide to be trading in shares, all right? The number 4 strategy is speculating. So some investors take chances on small, riskier companies with big potential, like maybe a new Kenyan tech startup or a renewable energy firm or maybe an AI startup. And if it takes off, you could make huge returns, but it is riskier than investing in the big companies that we have. So those are the 4 strategies that people use to build wealth in the stock market. But as a beginner, I recommend you start with buy and hold or maybe dividend investing for stability, but you can mix these strategies as you learn or as you progress forward, okay? Now, what are the best stocks for beginners here in Kenya? The NSE has over 60 listed companies, from banks to manufacturing to telecommunication. And as a beginner, I would recommend that you start with stable, well-known companies to reduce the risk. Here are a few examples of big market cap companies here in Kenya that you can consider. You can choose one and then you start investing in it. These companies are less likely to crash overnight, and they give you time to learn the market. And if you want even less risk, consider exchange traded funds. In Kenya, we currently have only 2, but you can actually decide to go to or invest in the global ETFs. And here in Kenya, you can use platforms like Scope Market or Ndovu. For Scope Market, for those who are interested in investing through Scope Market, I'm going to leave the link in the description box. And basically, ETFs are like basket of stocks, meaning that you're not investing in a single stock, but you're investing in different stocks, and this gives you instant diversification. An example of this is like the S&P 500, which gives you exposure to the top 500 companies in the US stock market. And this reduces your risk because you're now investing in the top 500 companies, meaning that this reduces the risk of you losing money in an ETF. Actually, statistics shows that ETFs grows over time, and most of the time they're not as volatile as investing in the stock market or investing in individual stocks. Now, I have a few tips for you. Number 1 is make sure that you're starting small. You don't need millions to invest, or you don't need thousands to start. Currently, you can actually buy shares with even as low as 100 Kenya shillings, okay? Number 2 is you need to do your research before buying. Make sure that you're checking the company's performance. The most important things is make sure that you're looking at the financial health, the profits, and the debt level. And then you can check who are the competitors of that stock or that company. Use resources like the NSE website or website like TradingView to assess the companies. They give a very good breakdown on these companies. The other thing is you need to avoid the get rich quick mindset. The stock market is a marathon, it's not a sprint, and you don't want to gamble in this market. Make sure that you're investing wisely. You can grow your account over time. Set a goal to be investing maybe a certain percentage of your income to the stock market every month, and grow from there as you learn how the stock market is working, and then you'll be able to even take bigger risk as time goes by, okay? The other tip is you need to keep learning continuously. You make sure that you're following people who talk about stocks. And here at Study of Wealth, we'll be updating you on this. And I'm actually thinking of doing a stock investment challenge in 2026. So make sure that you subscribe and you can join me in the challenge so that we can move together through this. You can also get information in platforms like X for real-time market tips, okay? I hope this video has opened your eyes to the opportunities in the stock market. If you found this video helpful or valuable, please like, comment, and also share with your friends and family in Kenya who want to grow the wealth. Drop a comment below. Tell me which stocks you're eyeing or what you learned today. And as promised, if you're interested in investing in the offshore market, here is a video that we did on how to invest in NVIDIA. I actually invested, so it's a very practical video for you to get started with. Thank you so much for watching. Happy investing. See you in our next video. Bye.